Hello, everyone.
Boom.
Heads up play here. Thought we would do a little 10, 15-minute recap of the first full day of March Madness. We had a couple days, Tuesday and Wednesday with some later games. Really none of them meant anything.
No,
Today,
my God.
today was the day that if you had off work, like a certain somebody like myself, you were doing nothing but kicking your feet up and turning the TV on, and you had basketball, and even if you weren't paying full attention, you had it on in the background.
Or even
How
if
was
you
your day?
or you had some people that was at work and did no work
Yeah, true,
and
true,
watched
true.
basketball.
Propping that phone up, little hide. I know how it goes. I know how it goes for sure. But look, Cowboy, not a fantastic day for the SEC by
No, no, no.
any means. I mean, practically over. 0 for 3 so far on
Over
the
3
day.
right now. You got Tennessee playing right now, but I it's 41-15. I mean, it's 46-17.
Yeah,
Tennessee
yeah.
will avenge the fallen, but, let's get into it. The first game of the day featuring an SEC team. We have the Michigan State Spartans, 9 seed playing 8 seed Mississippi State. It never was close. It was never close. Michigan State at one point led by 18 points. It was an ugly display. It was an ugly display today for Mississippi State. Went
Yeah, they just never were able to keep up with Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State never really could get an insanely big lead. I mean, I know the score 69-51 at the end, but through much of the game, it seemed like it was a score that was still, Mississippi State, if they just went on a good run, that they could, kind of come back, but they just never did. And near the end, the Spartans, I mean, they were hitting three after three. They just pulled
the
it away, and
the biggest thing
good on Tom Izzo.
Michigan State was, I mean, points off turnovers, man. They had 29 points off of turnovers when Mississippi State had 19. Massive, massive, massive. And I don't know if I mentioned to you, Tom Izzo, 10-1 before this game, 10-1 against SEC teams. It's evident he outcoached the dentist. But you know what? Good season from Mississippi State. Thank you. Next. Um,
Yeah, 21 and 14 to end the year. I mean, look, no, I don't think no one was expecting Mississippi State to make it as far as they did. So good on Mississippi State. But you're out in the first round. But what was that second game of the
Game.
day?
We have our biggest upset as so far in the day. At that time at that
At
time,
that time. Now
that's
we're recording late at night after a certain one that we'll get into later.
Duquesne, 11 seed playing 6 seed BYU, 71-67. Duquesne, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you. They just kinda dominated. They just outplayed BYU. BYU never could get in control of this game. I don't think BYU never led. They led one, and when they did led, I mean, they led by 1 point. They never did lead this game. They just couldn't really get into the flow of things. And
No, they couldn't.
Duquesne seized that
They
opportunity.
Yeah, Duquesne, the Dukes took care of business. They'll take on Illinois, which in a game that we'll touch on here shortly. But yeah, Duquesne 71-67 upset for the Dukes. BYU, like you said, look, they just came out, didn't really seem like they had it today, and Duquesne looks, and that's March Madness. Some of these small schools, and I got a video playing in the background, so not screwing up my audio. Some of these small schools are just going to be like that. They're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to give you everything they got. So can't if you're a 1 seed playing a 16 seed, you can't take it lightly.
No, you're right. Let's move on to the next game. We have 3 seed Creighton playing 14 seed Akron 77-60. Creighton at halftime it was 39-34. It kind of was like a little are we going to see a 3-14 seed upset? Like that's insane. That would never happen, would it? But like I said, we'll get into that. Creighton in the second half took over. They just dominated in the second half. This Creighton Blue Jays, man, I'm telling you, by the way, I love their logo. The Creighton Blue Jays, led by their center, Ryan. I don't even know how to pronounce it, and I'm not going to.
Kalkbrenner,
Yep.
something like that.
Nobody
23 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, look, the dude is a stud.
he is a sleeper in this tournament. Like superstars nobody talks about. I'm telling you, watch out for the Blue Jays from Creighton.
without a doubt. So yeah, Creighton moves on, takes care of business against
Yep,
the Zips of Akron,
I love that.
and what is a zip?
I
I don't even know what that is. I think I remember playing college football like 13, NCAA 13. I would play as Akron every now and then, and they were the Zips. I believe it was like a kangaroo logo. Might have something to do with kangaroos. I don't know. That's a unique mascot. But
it is.
moving on,
Love the Mac, baby.
next
Love the
game,
Mac. We have
next game of the
Arizona.
day.
These next two are pretty boring. 2 seed Arizona, 85-65 beating Long Beach State. It was a good Phil story, whatever you want to call it, for Arizona for Long Beach State. You know, they basically fired their coach and said, "Look, I mean, just finish out the season if you want to, but I mean, we'll give you that much." And my God, he won the tournament, got in the tournament. I mean, got in the NCAA tournament. I mean, but I mean, you know, they played their hearts out. I mean, what do you expect? You're playing 2 seed Arizona.
Yeah, Dan Monson, coach of the Long Beach State. Um, he was essentially coaching for free at that point. They knew that he was going to be gone, and he was. I mean, look, let me take him as far as I can. But yeah, at a certain point, um, Arizona is Arizona, so
Arizona's Arizona.
they're
Next
my national champion pick. So
they better
things
do
are
good.
going good right now.
Yeah. These next game, 1 versus 16, North Carolina versus Wagner. North Carolina, there's another team that probably deserves an A plus, but North Carolina gets an A plus. Yes, it's over a 16 seed, but I'm gonna tell you, man, this North Carolina group, dude, they got experience, they got veteranship with Amon Bacon, and they got Caleb, what's his name, Cormac Ryan. I'm telling you, dude, they got leadership. I don't know what to tell you with R.J. Davis. Like I like this North Carolina team. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're primed to make a deep run. Hoover Davis has them in a good position. I mean, look, this team is one that is just taking care of business. I mean, again, Wagner's a 16 seed. I always love to play the game. Wagner University is where, John Rivers?
Pennsylvania.
Close but no cigar. It's somewhere up there. It is in New York City.
I was waiting for you to be like close,
It's in
Colorado.
California. Yeah.
All right, next game. We have 3 seed over 14 seed Morehead State, 85 Illinois. I don't know if I said the name. Illinois, 85 Morehead State, 69. It started off as like, oh my God, are we about to watch a 30-14 seed upset? 39-38 in the first half. And then, of course, they pulled away 46-31. Illinois is not a bad team. I definitely think this is a team that has the potential to go deep. I mean, Shannon, Terrence Shannon Jr. went completely off with 26
Hmm.
points. I mean, he went, yes, 3 from 9 for 3, but I'm telling you, watch out for Illinois. I think they definitely have a shot at maybe advancing a little bit deeper into this.
All I have to say with this game is I was really, really, really hoping for Moorhead today.
I was use hope.
I mean, I had to make that joke at some point.
Let's say I always, I mean, I was sitting at work. I was like, man, I really need some more head to win.
Y- Yeah, that's what I meant. Next game
And it's it
on the list.
it's see, it's crucial for Illinois they won that game. I'll tell you why. Guess who they play in the round of 32? They're a lock, in my opinion, to be in the Sweet 16. Duquesne.
Mhm.
That's what that's what I'm saying. That's perfect. All right, now we're gonna get into one of our another major upsets of the day. There we go. You have 11 seed Oregon over 6 seed the Gamecocks from South Carolina. That was an ass whooping. I'm gonna be honest.
This was an upset that I did pick. And I mentioned it, in our bracket episode that I just didn't trust this South Carolina team. We've talked about it. It just kind of reminded me of a lot of those old Anthony Grant Alabama teams where you kind of got the benefit of a bad schedule and beating teams that you are supposed to beat. But when you finally go up against solid opponents, um, you get beat down, and that's happened time and time again with South Carolina, and it happened today with Oregon.
I'm telling you, I mean,
And
Oregon did what they wanted to. I mean, they went whenever they wanted to down low. They had 36 points in the paint.
and don't look, Jermaine Cuisinart, I believe a transfer from South Carolina, 40 points on the board. I
Tell me
mean, a
that's
revenge game.
oh yeah.
40.6 assists. I mean, what more can you do at that point?
No, you're right. Now let me ask you a question. Where is Oregon located?
Oh,
Wrong, Greenbow,
Oregon.
Alabama. Iraq.
Astoria. We got to get the Goonies back.
The Goonies back.
The Goon Squad.
Now talking about revenge games. What about 10 seed Nevada blowing a 17-point lead to Dayton, losing 63-60. Dayton Flyers with the comeback win by boy Anthony Grant.
Mm,
The
they came
Flyers.
flying back. They came flying back, take down Nevada, take care of business. Anthony Grant moving on to the round of
Love it.
32.
Good.
Deron Holmes with 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals on the day.
Getting that revenge from 2020 when they missed the tournament. I like to see it. Anthony Grant's getting what's due for him. All right, let's talk about a boring game. My God, I've had more points almost. Texas over Colorado State, 56-44. My God, Colorado. Okay, they played Virginia in the playing game. I thought, okay, maybe Virginia sucks. And then I go, oh my God, mean, how bad does Virginia really suck? At halftime, it was 27-11. How do you score 11 points in a half?
Yeah, this was like watching a middle school basketball game. I mean, it was tough to watch. I really this was a game that I kind of had on in the background. I didn't pay too much attention to it. But it was kind of hard to pay attention to it because I mean, just the lack of offense was tough. I mean, Texas is going to have to score some points moving forward, and I can get the bracket pulled up real quickly. So they will be going on to play Tennessee. You got to score some points, unless St. Peter's can make a crazy comeback after the halftime here, but I doubt it.
No, I agree. I agree. All right. We got two more games. Well, we got three more games we're going to talk about in this next game. We're going to talk about this started before the
I'm
other
in,
games. And as of right now, unless something happens, it's the biggest upset of 2024's March Madness. We, of course, are talking about the Oakland Bear. What are they? The Bearcats?
the Golden Grizzlies.
Golden Grizzlies have upset the 3 seed Kentucky Wildcats. Down goes Calipari. He's done. I think you put a knife in him. It's been talked about almost kind of all year. I think Calipari, he's gone.
Yeah, you look, you cannot keep him after that. Look, Kentucky is a storied program that's going to win no matter who you get as a coach. I mean, it sells itself just like Alabama. But I mean, at this point, he's just been there too long and they're not getting the success that they're wanting to have, particularly in the tournament. I mean, it was, kind of crazy that they went on a run near the end and ended up getting a 3 seed, and just to begin with. But yeah, look, to lose to Oakland and give Oakland credit, they came out with a fantastic game plan for Kentucky, and a certain somebody, one of their guards, Jack Dolkey. I mean, it was 10
Ice,
threes. He could
ice
not
in his
miss.
veins. Ice in his veins. Went and listen. Went 10 for 20. Every shot was a three. He went 10 for 20 for field goals, 10 for 20 for threes. Apparently, they looked at the stats. He has shot the ball 388 times this season. You know how many of those shots have been for 2 points?
388, you said?
Yes.
Based on today, I'm going to say maybe 80, 80
You're
to 100,
you're close, 88.
88.
88 shots was 2 point. He is straight threes. He said in the interview after the game, and goes, "Y'all really think this is a we're not a Cinderella run?" I was like, "Ooh, I like that. I like give me Oakland a lot. I like Oakland a lot." Who are they taking on next? They would be taking on
Oakland, I got the bracket pulled up. They are going to go on and play the winner of Texas Tech and NC State, which is 19 to 18 right
there
now.
is a good chance Oakland can be in the Sweet 16. This might be our Cinderella team right here. I like this a
It
lot.
just might be. It just might be. Looking at the bracket now, our hopeful Cinderella story, the Sanford Bulldogs,
I'm
are
getting
currently down only 7 to Kansas,
speaking of
20 to
speaking
13.
speaking of brackets, it is rumored on ESPN Tournament Challenge there is only 12,833 brackets. One of those brackets is Texas Longhorn legend, Atlanta Falcons running back Bijan Robinson. He is still perfect. Even predicted Oakland. I mean, what can I say?
That is, I mean, the chances of that are just slim to nothing.
He did pick Western Kentucky to beat Marquette. I mean, I not judging a book by its cover, but it's not gonna happen. Well, let's move on to these other 2 games. And these 2 teams, in my opinion, get an A plus. Yes, this next game, it got a little not dicey, but they let them score. Iowa State over South Dakota State. Iowa State, dude, is a good team. They're scary. They keep me up
Yeah, they are.
they give me nightmares.
Yeah, this is a team, and I know that we say this for many of the teams, but I mean, look, they're 64, so there's going to be a number of them. Teams, one of them that just seems like they're primed to be able to make a run, and they play a decent South Dakota State team, in Omaha. So I mean, that's not too far of a drive for some South Dakota State fans. Not far for Iowa State fans either. But I mean, they take care of business and they're moving on. And Iowa State looks like they're going to take on the winner of Washington and Drake. Washington State and Drake,
Which is getting
excuse me.
played right now. And I feel like that is a general everybody general consensus that Drake is going to win that game. I mean, if
Yeah,
you saw what Drake is packing, you got
I mean, I mean, look, when you got what Drake got, I mean, they ain't losing. I mean, that's a national championship right there.
I'm just
But
telling
then
you.
again, Drake's got some bad luck with his team. So I mean,
I'm just telling you. Um, in the last game that is complete, and I'm gonna say I'm not shocked because when I saw who they played, you have Gonzaga beating McNeese State 86 to 65. Did you look and see who they played? McNeese.
they are 30-4. No, I have not taken a deep
They
look
played
at their
they pla
schedule.
they played Bible studies. This is their non-conference. They played Bible studies, Champ Christian, what's that school in Mississippi? College for Women?
Oh my god, I know dudes who have gone there,
Mississippi University for Women, beat them 90
which is not only for women, by the way. There are plenty
beat
of
'em
dudes that go to that school.
so did they play the girls or did they play the you I feel like you gotta put it in, like, quotations like men's team, like, you know what I mean? They beat
I have
them.
no
They
clue.
beat them 92 to 23,
Oh my lord.
and they lost they Leturn a French school. They played a French school. They played Western Carolina, lost to them. Played Texas State. Okay, they beat Texas State, and then they lost to Louisiana Tech, lost to UAB, lost to VCU. They didn't play the teams that they were supposed to beat. They did, and then the teams they were supposed to lose to, they did. Okay, wait a minute. They beat Michigan.
I'm blacked out. Hold on. There, I'm
They
back.
beat Michigan. I mean, yeah, they played some tough teams, but I give it an A plus for the Zags. I thought the Zags might have would have slipped up, but an A plus for the Zags.
I mean, it's taking care of business. I mean, and look, that's all you really can do in this first round of the tournament is just take care of business. Go out there, and
Do what
just
you
shoot
do.
the well, play good defense. Especially if you're one of these higher seeds taking on some of these, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 seeds. I mean, you just got to go out there and look, because those teams are going to want to try and pull the upset on you. So just go out there, take care of business, and you'll move on.
You're right. Well, we got 4 games in session right now. At halftime, you got Tennessee beating 15 seed St. Peter's 46-20 because Dougie Buckets is not at St. Peter's no more. You got North Carolina State beating Texas Tech 23-20, which I think I picked. And then I know we both picked Drake over Washington State 21-18. And then Samford is losing to Kansas 24-16. I know we both have a little bit of skin in the game with us both being you're a Birmingham boy, and then I grew up, 30 minutes from Birmingham, 45 minutes from Birmingham. So, I like to think I associate with Birmingham. So, yeah, we got a lot of good games to finish off the night. I hate that it's so late, but I
Well,
guess
I did see a couple Sanford players were kind of talking a little bit of smack today at a press conference, or maybe it was yesterday, and that was not what you needed to
have
do
you been to
whatsoever.
have you been to the 205?
I mean, when you've been to the 205, I mean,
I'm just saying,
it's the best.
I bet Kansas does not have a Top Golf. I'm just putting that out there.
I mean, it's one of the first ones. I mean,
Do you got a mug shots?
do,
Do you
y-
do you get
do y'all? I mean, look, have you been to Railroad Park? I mean,
do you have a
hello,
Davenport's pizza? I don't think you do. I don't
Pizza Palace, bro.
I
That's my
don't
favorite
I
pizza
don't think
joint.
I'm just saying, you don't have Dreamland. You don't have they don't even got Sammy's.
Yeah, well, they go crazy about Kansas City barbecue. Nobody says nothing about Kansas
You're
barbecue.
missing
I'm
the
just
point.
saying.
They don't have a Sammy's.
Sam, Sammy Showgirls. I mean, it can't be beat.
I'm telling you, they're the type of place that it used to be their establishments, their adult nightlife is a Captain D's that
It's
turned into that.
it's a gentleman's club for a certain type of gentleman, but it ain't got nothing on Diamonds in Mobile. If you guys want a good time, go hit up Diamonds,
It
or maybe
used
the Booby Trap and in
And
in
and
Jasper.
and just now diamonds in Mobile, everybody, just so you know, it used to be a captain. No, I'm not lying to you. They used to be a Captain D's.
You could tell by on the building.
It used to be a Captain D's, and then became a gentleman's club. So one could say the fish smell never left.
One could say it just got worse.
We totally derail, but you know what, guys? We're gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna do another episode. And God, I hope Alabama wins because if oh God, the SECs look so bad right now. The SEC looks so bad right now.
It needs a savior. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for today. We will see you again tomorrow with
Tomorrow,
another recap.
tomorrow.
Bye.